Hey there, all you other mages of the multiverse. This is the Green Mage coming at you with the Daily Magic Thought, and today I am thinking about Commander, or EDH. Now, I know that most of you on Anchor who have found Anchor and listened to either myself or Ben Bateman over at 10 Minutes of Magic, you've probably played EDH before, but for those of you who haven't, Commander is an alternative format where instead of having a 60-card deck, you have a 100-card deck, and instead of having up to 4 copies in a deck of any card, you can only have one of any card. And instead of having just any colors, you can only have the colors of your commander. Now, your commander is a legendary creature, any legendary creature you want, and you can only have colors in your deck of that creature's color identity, and the color identity comes from the colors in the mana cost. However, it also comes from the colors in the text box. So if there's an activated mana ability that uses a color that's not inside the casting cost, then you can play those kinds of cards. It's typically played in a group. I like to play with 4 or 5 people. I will play with 3 people, but I like 4. It's kind of that sweet spot for me. And you start with a life total of 40, and in Commander, the goal is just like any other game of Magic, to get your opponent's life total down to 0. And so Commander is a fun format because it takes a lot of cards from Magic, especially those high mana cost cards. Those cards that you open in Limited and go, this will never be played in Standard. Those are the cards that Commander players are excited about. Those are the ones that they trade for, they pick up for 50 cents, and they really enjoy them. That's why I enjoy Commander, because you can make it with almost anything. Now, there is a banned and restricted list, and I'll let you look that up. But you can make it with all these niche cards that you never heard of, and there's a lot of instances of, what does that do, and can I read that? And so it's just a lot of fun. Some notable commanders are Azur the Enchanter. He is a human wizard. He's 1 white, blue, black, I think. And he, whenever he attacks, you can go get an enchantment, convert a mana cost 3 or less. And so he pulls out a whole bunch of stuff and pillow forts, or just gets rid of everything. There's a lot of different shenanigans, but when he pulls out an enchantment, it doesn't target, and so that's what people like him for. Another one is Daravi, Imperial Tactician. People like him because he has an ability for 1, and then the colors in his casting cost green, white, blue. You can bring him from the command zone into the battlefield, so he'll never cost more than 4, because whenever you have to recast your commander, you have to add 2 generic mana, but his ability gets around that. Another is Azami, Ladies of Scrolls. It's 2 blue, blue, blue for an 0/2 human wizard, legendary, and you can tap a wizard you control and draw a card. So you can do Wizard Tribal. I know some people who like that. I personally play Atraxa, who is a 4/4 flying, vigilant, lifelink Death Toucher, who at the end of the turn proliferates, and I like to do a lot of things with counters, but I don't run poison in my deck because I think it's unfun. But that's just me. But what do you play? Do you play Commander? What Commander do you run? My friend has a Lavissa Cold Eyes deck. Another one of my friends has a Feldegriff deck that he just really enjoys. I know some people who play Chromat simply because it's all 5 colors. But what do you play? I'd love to hear from you. If you would be so kind, go ahead and like this. You can subscribe. If you're on Anchor, then you can subscribe to my channel. If you're on YouTube, you can subscribe. But I would love to hear from you about what you do in Commander. So if you want to call into the show, I will listen to it. If it's appropriate, I will play it on air, and I'll even react to it. But I would also like to tweet at you. So if you want to tweet at me, you can do so. I'm at the GreenMage14 on Twitter. You can tweet back and forth with me there, and I'll correspond with you that way. And you can tell me what your favorite commander is, or some fun commander stories. And lastly, if you'd be so kind as to share this, I have a few followers and listeners. I'd like a few more, and I'd appreciate it. And if you're going to go listen to someone else or follow someone else, why don't you check out the Command Zone? They have a podcast about Commander that runs the gauntlet of all things Commander, and I'd highly recommend you check them out. Until tomorrow, I'm the Green Mage, and that's been my Daily Magic Thought.